Hi guys, Man in the Barn, vlog number 2. So, last episode we talked about my first solve at the bottom of Uncle Tom's Trail in Yellowstone National Park and how I had researched that area for 2.5, 3 years. Visited it twice to look for the chest. Didn't find it either time. And then one day was watching Calazar's vlog. If nobody watches that, Calazar's has a good 50 or so vlogs right now on all treasure hunts, not just Forest Fence, Thrill of the Chase. But most of y'all probably know that if you're watching mine. But anyway, I was watching his, and all of a sudden, he said one thing in his vlog about going to Borders when it was raining, getting the books at the bookstore. And that vlog made me, it like flipped something in my head that I had not realized, and started things that I've been researching for 2.5, 3 years. Some of them started making sense. So I went down that rabbit hole and followed, did some more research, and it's led me to, my new solve. And I know there was a comment on my last one about why I won't give my location. And the problem is, I want to tell you exactly where I think it's at, right? I'm busting at the seams to scream it at the top of my lungs. But I'm afraid if I do, all these other people, these researchers out here who've spent 3 and 4 years, it's going to flip that card for them. I haven't found the blaze. That's the only thing I haven't found. And so if somebody out there knows what the blaze is and they don't know the location, and I give them the location, I've just given away the clue. And so that's really how confident I am. And so that's why I don't give my search area at this time. I might change my mind. But what I do want to do is, give other searchers out there my interpretation of the clues, my interpretation of the poem. Again, I haven't found it, so I could be wrong. But there's just too many things making sense. I'm going to talk some about my second trip here in a few minutes and how the poem led me to a precise location. Forrest Fenn, in that important literature section of The Thrill of the Chase, that's an important chapter, everyone. If you don't have the book, get the book. Important literature, read it, know it. It's important. Anyway, but I do want to facilitate other people in figuring out the clues for themselves. And so that's kind of what I'm going to go with for now. So hopefully everybody can understand that and kind of respect that. I will tell you, I do not think it's in Yellowstone National Park. I do not think it's in New Mexico. My warm waters haunt is not the brown trout fishing waters of New Mexico. As a matter of fact, I think Forrest actually in the book tells you that it's not there. In the chapter where he's talking about the double jeopardy, where he got spanked at school, got spanked at home by his father, double jeopardy. He says, that's when I began to not trust the government. So warm waters haunt is a government, right, enacted statute in New Mexico that designates the warm waters. At any time, the government of New Mexico can say, let's call them cold waters, right? And the poem goes away. So I don't think it lasts the longevity of 100 years, my opinion. That being said, let's talk about The Thrill of the Chase, the book, a little bit. I'm going to make it blow your mind here. I'm going to tell you my opinion about it. And also I want to talk some about my second solve. I'm going to show some video of where I went, what I saw, why I'm more convinced now after going and looking at it that it's there than I was before. So hopefully you enjoy. The Thrill of the Chase. It's my copy. I don't have the dust jacket on it because I read it every day. I've been reading it every day. Part of it, if not all of it. Well, I don't read the whole thing in a day. But I read certain chapters over and over, probably for the last 5 or 6 months. Why do I do that? Because I do what Forrest tells me to do, right? If you listen to Forrest, you're going to find it. If you listen to him in the book, if you listen to what he says, he's going to lead you to the treasure. And he said the person who finds the treasure will have read the book over and over, and they will have planned it out, and they will have gone. You got to read the book over and over. Not just this one. This one's important too, right? So where do you start? Just like with anything, you have to start with what is out of place. There's a lot of things, guys, out of place in this book. The more you read it, you start asking yourself, why is Forrest telling me that? Why does that stand out? What's standing out there? So, I mean, you look, right here, inside cover, right? We've all seen it. If you're not, you need to see it, right? The postmarks, right? The postmarks throughout the book. They're at the beginning of most chapters, right? If you look online, people talk about them, right? There's 35 of them, 40 of them, right? Postmarks. They're wrong. All of them. They don't have the right dates. The date does not match up. 1930s, right? The front cover. The postmarks in the front cover, the stamp there, they match postmarks throughout the book. They're not any different. What's different? What's different is this one, right here. Forrest and Donnie, right? This postmark is different. If you look at both pages, go throughout the book, find the picture. All these pictures are in the book except for some. This picture's not in the book. This picture's not in the book. This picture's not in the book, right? Those 3 pictures aren't in the book. Why? Why are not these 3? Why are they in the cover? The rest of them are in the book. In the book. In the book. Right? In the book. In the dates. The postmark matches the picture in the book. Go to the chapter on Cody. This post stamp matches that picture. Right? This one doesn't. Right? What do we got? Wednesday. It's kind of blurry. Wednesday. Looks like 15 April 1938. 38. Coming back to 8. 8's a good, that's another chapter. Anyway, go to the book. The book with Donnie and Forrest. I don't know what page it is. I don't have it marked here. Right? I'm bringing it up, though. But if you look, he's got a different date there. Anyway, look it up. I can go ahead and tell you the date in the picture. Sunday, 7 September, 1949. It's on page 68. I actually did mark it. Right? Here's the picture in the book. Here's the picture in the book. Look. Picture in the book. Different date. Okay? What is up with the postmarks? Are they red herrings? I'm going to be honest, guys. I haven't found anything with the postmarks. I've looked, done a lot of research. They're all wrong. They talk about in the book how his grandmother or mother was looking out the window for the postman. I think I know how they're involved. I've been unable to confirm it, but we all know the postmarks are wrong. But why is this one? What is up with this one? It's only wrong. It's different. So with this picture, it's not in the book anywhere. We're led to assume that it's his wife, Peggy. But we don't know that. It's a relatively young picture of a young lady. In my opinion, and I've looked at it pretty close, it doesn't resemble her as much as some of the others. It could possibly be her. I'm not so sure, though. I think part of me thinks it might be a young picture of his mother when she was younger. I've tried verifying the type of plane. If anybody knows the type of plane that this is, please comment below. I've asked some pilots. I've gotten a few different answers. None of the answers I've received from the pilots relate to the time period I think that the picture would have been taken if it was his mother. It would have to have been around the 30s, 1930s-ish. 15 years between 1910 and 1930, I'm assuming. So, but anyway, they haven't really matched up. So, yeah, think about that. Don't know what's going on there. Another one to think about, look at this. See this? This is a picture of a F-100. It actually lists on the picture a F-100F, right? If you look at it right in there. So, 284G, 36 TFW, which I am led to believe is the 36 Tactical Fighter Wing, 22 October 58, minor A-C ACC, and you can't see the rest, right? Right, it's cut off. 10 October 1958, right? 10 October 1958, F-100F, and then what's led to believe is the 563848, which is the side number if you look at the tail of the aircraft. So, why is that picture in this book? We know, and Forrest talks about it in here in the War, My War for Me, right? I probably picked right to it. Yep, My War for Me, because it's right dead in the center of the book. And it's like 45 pages. It's a big section. He talks about how he got shot through his nose cone, and he had to land his airplane, crash land, right? Or land it hard. He didn't eject. We know that. His second one, he ejected, right? Crashed the plane. So are we led to believe that this picture is of Forrest's airplane, of one of his crashes, right? Forrest didn't fly an F-100F as far as I've been able to tell. My research, F-100F is a trainer. It's a two-seating trainer aircraft, right? If you look, there are actually two seats. So I'm not sure. This aircraft did fly some missions in Vietnam. It was modified. But Forrest doesn't talk about flying an F-100F. The research I've done, this is not a valid side number. I can't find where this aircraft with this side number existed in the United States Air Force inventory during that time at all. So at least that's the research I've done. If people have been able to do it, if you can find it, please comment below. Let me know. I'm very interested in learning more about that. This looks like it ran off the runway or something, but you see some AFFF foam. But as far as I can tell, the dates on this, 22 October 1958, 10 October 1958. So are we to assume that the accident happened on 10 October and that the picture was taken on 22 October? Why are there two dates? Minor aircraft accident. A minor accident, getting shot, that's pretty major, right? So I don't think I can't find where this aircraft relates to Forrest at all. Why is it there? I'll talk about it later, but in this book, there's a picture of when Forrest is F-100, C or D, that he was flying. That's not his side number either. Talk about that one later. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to point out some things right off the start of the book. As soon as you open up, there's things wrong. Do they mean anything? I've been yet to figure it out. I don't know. As I said, I haven't found the blaze. I haven't found the clue. I think I'm pretty sure I'm within 50 feet of it. I got within 20 or 50 feet of it. I know I'm going to talk about that a little bit more here in the next little segment, my other solve, I'm going to show you some videos, show you some pictures of where I went to, what I thought was the blaze, right? In this book, Important Literature, I told you it was very important, right? In Important Literature, he talks about going to Borders bookstore, talking to the girl about getting the 2 books, right? He was following her, and he talks about, and when we arrived at that precise location, why did he have to say, when we arrived at that precise location? When we arrived at the books, when we got to the spot, when we arrived at that precise location. The book is more than just the book. The book is needed to get you to the treasure. I'm going to argue the book is the poem. The memoir is the poem. My argument is this is not a book. I mean, where are the chapters? Where's the table of contents, right? Has table of contents, has chapter numbers. There's not a single chapter number in here. The sections are titled. You know what I've also noticed? Let's talk about things that are out of place. At the end of every chapter, see this? It's a little red square. The end, I shouldn't call it a chapter because they're not chapters, but the end of every section has that little red square. But do they? Do all the chapters have that little red square? Nope. When you're looking at a book, I've said important literature. It's important. What's different about important literature? Right? Every chapter, I shouldn't say chapter, every section, even the preface, has those little red boxes. Except for Mr. Important Literature. After this writing ends, the next thing is this. A little bit different font. Not a day passes that I don't question myself. That whole section, I'm not going to read it. I think I know what it means. But look, asterisk. Why does important literature either A, not have it, if you consider this page, right? If you consider this page to be the end of the book, but this little note or letter from Forrest has an asterisk. Guys, hope you enjoyed my vlog. Comment, subscribe, like. I'm going to make more. I just got an email today that my copy of Once Upon a While should be shipped, is waiting for UPS to come pick it up. So I'll talk more about those little red squares, but guys, pay attention to the book. You'll need it.